What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to the Chance Bishop Show for episode 59 of our MLB The Show 23 Baltimore Orioles franchise mode here on the channel. The Giants win the 2027 World Series, defeating the Texas Rangers in a callback to the 2010 World Series. Jordan Alvarez wins MVP, his second in 3 years, defeating Grayson Rodriguez, who was runner-up. Grayson Rodriguez takes home his second Cy Young in a row. And we're going to take a look here at all of these lovely... Oh, yeah, Jason Dominguez actually loses to Richie Rivera. You hate to see that. Adley gets Gold Glove. You like to see that for Adley. Brian Hayes, Gold Glove. Dansby, Gold Glove. O'Neill, Gold Glove. Julio, Gold Glove. And Kyle Tucker. Let's see. Take a look here. We get a couple Orioles. Torkelson and Rutschman both getting gold Silver Sluggers here. Alvarez there. Juan Soto. And Brian Reynolds. Josh Jung wins postseason MVP here for the Texas Rangers. Shohei Ohtani wins MVP for the New York Mets. Okay. Jack Flaherty wins the Cy Young, dethroning Shohei Ohtani of all people. Rookie of the Year goes to Keith Hagan. Max Fried, Gold Glove. Sean Murphy. Evan White in the minor leagues. Ozzie Albies. Alec Boehm. Yu Chang. Dalton Varsho. Harrison Bader, Jeremy De La Rosa. Shohei Ohtani gets a Silver Slugger. Andy Rodriguez, Matt Olson. Gorman, I'm just reading off names here as they scroll across the ticker. O'Neill Cruz is a Brave, okay. Corbin Carroll and Anthony Santander. McMahon wins the postseason MVP, and Kyle Isbell wins the World Series MVP. Only one Oriole retired. DeGrom retired. Justin Turner hangs up the cleats. Luke Weaver hangs them up. Let's see, any other big names? Tucker Barnhart, Kyle Barklaw. They also retire here in this one. David Dole retired, former top prospect of the Colorado Rockies. Feel free to pause it, slow it down as we speed through a lot of these Jeff Hoffman type players. Hoffman, Philadelphia Philly legend, by the way. Seth Lugo, Jordan Lyles hang up the spikes. Rougned Odor hangs up. Okay, isn't Rougned Odor like 29 by this time? Or am I thinking of someone else? Who is the really young player who's been in the league since he was like 19 and he's only like 30? I think he played for the Rangers. I think it was Rougned Odor because he played for the Rangers. Pretty sure he's not that old here in 2027, but who knows? Maybe it's said due to a free agency market, which is they just retired to make room for the new players. Noah got inducted to the Hall of Fame here in 2027. I don't really blame him. There's no one really stat-wise. Now, those who are going to be free agents, McCullahan, Alcantara, Bobby Witt, Luis Robert, Manoah, Stott. Dude, I would love to get me some Bryson Stott on this team. I love me some Bryson Stott. I really do. But I don't think Bryson Stott has a place for this team. Unless we trade Luis Angel Acuna. And I just think cost-wise, it makes more sense to keep Acuna instead of going out and signing Stott to some massive contract and getting in a bidding war with the Phillies. That's just my personal take on it, honestly, but hey man, comment down below if you think that's a mistake, be keeping Acuna over Stott, or instead of going for Stott at least. But Trent Grisham, Nicky Lopez, J.P. Crawford, Ramon Laureano, Rowdy Tellez. Remember Ramon Laureano was like the best player on the Oakland Athletics, and then he got a PED suspension, and then he just kind of fell off, and no one kind of thought of him or really wanted him. I'm not sure if that's really the way things transgressed with his career, but it's just kind of how it felt like things worked out for him. Rhys Hoskins, I would love me some Rhys Hoskins. I would love to bring Rhys Hoskins on this team. I'm a huge Rhys Hoskins fan, as a lot of you guys probably know. But, again, where do you put Rhys Hoskins on this team? I can't DH him because we have Kerstead. Can't play him at first because we have Torkelson. Can't play him anywhere else, honestly. But we're going to throw a one-year flyer at Trevor Story, a one-year $7 million flyer on the shortstop, second baseman at Trevor Story. Kind of just plug up the middle of the infield, some veteran depth. Felix Bautista, King Felix goes to the Mariners to be the King Felix back up in Seattle. Okay, King Felix, I see you. Good on him right there. I like to see the King Felix going back to the King Felix slam. They can have King Felix's court again. Alek Manoah goes to the Rays. The Rays are spending a lot of money, honestly. But 11-18 though, that's a shocking record for that contract though. So, I mean, 6 years, 110. I mean, it's less than 20, I guess. Shane McClanahan goes to the Padres. They're still throwing money at everything to try and fix their problems, and it's still not working. But I guess it makes more sense now why the Rays signed Manoah. But 9 years, $313. Just peep that. The Rays also get Alcantara. Oh, come on. 5 years, $140. That's just under $30 million a year. That's disgusting right there. He's gonna be 37 by the time that contract's over. $242. That's mean. Danny Jansen goes to the Cubs. All right, Danny Jansen. That's not too bad right there. I don't hate that one. I don't know who their catcher is, but 2 years, 35. That's respectable. It's like what 17 and a half a year for a backup catcher, starting catcher. Alexis Diaz goes to be the closer in Arizona. 5 years, 38. That's less than $8 million a season. That's actually a steal for a closer. 7.7 million is that AAV on that 5-year deal. How is Alexis? I guess he had a 4.11 ERA. Right? That's why. Christian Javier, 5 years, 78.5 for a 15.7 million AAV. Okay, Christian Javier. I mean, he's gonna be 36 by the time this is done, but I guess that's kind of how contracts are handed out. Look at like Zach Wheeler's real life contract. Lou Bob signs a 9-year, $237 deal, or $26.4 million a year with the Braves. Okay, that's a very strange move for the Atlanta Braves. They're not a big free agent guy, honestly, in this series. Logan Gilbert, a 20-game winner, goes to the Twins for 6 years, $103, about $17.3 million a season. That is a huge discount there for Gilbert. I'm surprised he didn't make 20 plus. So yeah, we have a trade here. Cabrian Hayes, he goes to the Phillies. The Guardians acquired Justin Crawford and Alex McFarland, 24-year-old outfielder and a 26-year-old starting pitcher, for a 31-year-old third baseman who hit 240. William Contreras, he, the younger brother of Wilson Contreras, he's going to come to the National League East on a 6-year, 6-year 101, just about a little over $10 million a season, it looks like. Ryan Mountcastle gets traded from the Marlins to the Brewers. The Marlins will receive Leo and Jordy Vargas. Is that Leo Carlobo, first baseman, 23-year-old first baseman? Okay. I mean, I guess the Marlins are just dumping cap right here. The Brewers also signed Jeremy Pena to a 5-year, $48.5 million deal. How is Jeremy Pena only signing for $9 million? I mean, 250, 14 home runs. I guess I'm not paying anything more than $9 million for that. The Brewers also get Jose Ramirez, who just won Silver Slugger. 35. He is 35 though, so 1 year, 16. That's not a bad deal. 1 year, $16.3 million flyer on a DH player. 88 overall, 265, 31 home runs. Bobby Witt goes to the Padres. Come on, Padres. What are you doing here? You have who are your shortstops? Bobby Witt. Xander, you also have Fernando in right field. Where are you playing Bobby Witt? Nolan Arenado goes to the Guardians on a 1-year deal. So I guess they trade Cabrian, get out of his contract, whatever he had on his deal, and they bring in Nolan for 1 year, $19 million. All right, bad 278, 27 runs. Not a bad. We did consider Nolan, but I mean he's too good to be a backup. Santander goes to play the Jorge Soler role in with the Kansas City Royals. About $6.7 million a season, about $20 million over 3 years. And 33 home runs, 261, not too bad for a DH type. Baltimore Orioles are trying to get out some money here, though, so we're going to take JT Realmuto. He did sign a 3-year deal, but we're going to get out of it, after year 1. Just not really working out for us. So we're going to send him to the Miami Marlins for Orion Kerkering, 27-year-old right-handed relief pitcher here out of California. Also going to be receiving Demetrius Hartman, a 19-year-old closer, 94 miles an hour, kind of average stuff pitching-wise, probably like a middle relief guy. But the Marlins are going to take that one, so JT is going to go home for the next 2 seasons, maybe. Maybe they trade him sooner than that. They will also be trading Gregory Soto, who had a very bad season. He's only got 1 year, 3.5 left, so I mean, it's not the worst. We're not getting him much back. Going to send him to the Phillies for Andrew Monsanterio, the potential 30-year-old. So literally just a contract dump right here, for some minor league depth. Jordan Romano has been underutilized in this Baltimore bullpen. It's could not figure it out. Only has pitched 50 games in 2 seasons. But getting out of his contract, going to send him to the Cardinals, who always need bullpen help for some reason. For Luke Clem, a 19-year-old starting pitcher, he bats switch-handed for some reason. But okay, Luke Clem's going to come to the Orioles. We're also going to be trading away a couple more trades in this one. We're going to be trading away Thomas Ponticelli, D potential closer. Sixto Sanchez, he just really never panned out for us here. I mean, we traded him for Ryan Mountcastle. Mountcastle's gone, I guess, from the other team as well. For Edgar Carrera, 20-year-old right-handed pitcher, to the Colorado Rockies. The Rockies really wanted him. They offered him, and we're like, okay, we'll take your 20-year-old project pitcher. We'll also be trading Parker Kirk, a potential shortstop. He's 25 years of age. Kind of organizational depth. Fernando Hinosa, 21-year-old center fielder. And Drew Rom, a 28-year-old C potential starting pitcher with a lot of team control left, to the New York Yankees for a 37-year-old Garrett Cole. Injured last season, it looks like. He is 2 wins away of 200 on his career, though. So we're going to take a flyer on a 37-year-old Garrett Cole. And then when I get out of the 1 year of his deal, get some depth back in return, because they're probably not going to bring him back anyway. Take a look here at the lineup for the Baltimore Orioles. You got Gunnar, Adley, Holiday, Torkelson, Kerstead, Acuna, Jason, Dominguez, Elijah Green, and Drew Jones. Not much has changed there. We did add Trevor Story to the bench, so that's cool. Pitching rotation changed up a little bit here. We have Rodriguez, Leiter, Garrett Cole, Jackson Jobe, McClain, Kershaw's corpse is in that 5 spot. McGarry, Rocker, Povich, Valamont, Kerkering, Prado, and Craig Campbell is going to be our